This is Kugan CASSIUS for iFall TV in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella with the Manchester Arena here for Frampton Quig. With me, I've got the heavyweight champion of the world, Mr. Tyson Fury.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm alright, mate. Are you?
Yeah, great.
Good.
Just a nice little jacket and Louis Vuitton number there.
Cheers. Tied that. We don't want to be sponsored by Louis Vuitton, do we?
No
brands. No brands.
No brands?
Yeah.
No frills?
Yeah, nothing.
Just seen Jose Burton become British champion. He was quite clinical in his performance tonight.
Yeah, he done really well. He knocked him out like I said he would.
And obviously waiting for Isaac Lowe now, ahead of his fight with Marco McCulloch.
Yeah, for sure.
That'd be an interesting fight in itself.
It's going to be expected to be a solid fight, maybe fight of the night.
What's happening with you? Anything? Any news? You still waiting?
Still waiting on what?
A date?
Oh,
a venue?
I'm not waiting on a date or a venue. I'm just waiting on life to see what it's going to, which turn it's going to go next and what's going to happen, and what tomorrow brings, or today actually. That's it really.
So, as in regards to the Klitschko fight,
I don't know anything about boxing. Nothing. I don't know nothing about Klitschko. I don't know nothing about his boxing him. And I don't know nothing. Is that you or me?
No.
I don't know anything about anybody. That's it.
What do you make of Anthony Joshua fighting Charles Martin for your title? Old title.
I think it's a good fight for him, isn't it? They've got a good opponent, and for a world title, 15 fights. So obviously, if he can do it, he can do it. If he can't, he'll get beat. That's the way I see boxing.
But in his 16th fight, you believe he's ready for world level?
If he's ready, he's ready, and if he's not, is he? We'll find out April the 9th, won't we, if he's ready or not. But you know what it is, where does he go after he beats Martin? Martin and him is a good fight. But if he beats Martin, which is potential banana skin, where does he go then? Is he ready for the big boys? Is he ready for the experienced lads? Or is he going to vacate?
Have you got a record of saying that you believe Martin will beat him? Or?
Yeah, I think Martin will win.
Yeah.
To be honest. Not that I'd like to see him win, but just because it'll make more financial sense for me to spank Joshua after he's done. If he wins, but if he loses, then it doesn't make much of a fight for me, because Martin's very little known, isn't he, in the United Kingdom. What
have you seen particularly of Martin that makes you think that he'll beat Joshua?
Not a lot, because he just hasn't got muscles. That's all that I think. I think anyone who's got muscles can't really fight for 12 rounds. If he hits somebody and they stand at him and look at him back, like he did against White, he was almost fucked in that fight. He was gassed after 5 rounds, after 6 rounds, however many rounds it went. And it was what it was. Martin's a fleshy fighter like myself. He's a big, tall southpaw. He's not afraid. He's been in jail. He's come from the streets kind of guy. So he'll come and fight, won't he? Look, Frank Bruno was 21-0 with 21 knockouts. Joshua was only 15-0 with 15 knockouts. You know, and what happened? If you put them in over the red, they get beat. Simple. You got to. This game ain't about pumping some weights and knocking a few people over, and then thinking you're ready for a title. Because we saw what happened with David Price last time this happened, didn't we? Because this happened with him, didn't it? I think he had 14 or 15 straight wins, all nearly knockouts, and then he stepped up and then he got walloped, really. Because the Dillian White and Joshua was only a domestic title fight, and that's all it was at best. It wasn't no rated number 2s and 3s in the world. It was a British title, similar to when me and Derek Chisora fought in 2011. But look how long I've had to prepare from 11 to 16, 15, end of 15. It does not built overnight. He hasn't had no eliminators, he's had nothing. He hasn't been in hard battles, he hasn't been on the floor, he hasn't got back up. He hasn't had to do with crisis situations. So, it's an hard task with 15 fights.
But better for the UK if he does become victorious? Sets up potential.
Yeah, for sure. It's good for him. It's good for the UK to have 2 world champions in the same weight. But I think it's going to be a bit of a laughing stock, because everyone's just going to say it's a paper title because I didn't lose it. So it is what it is.
But you sent a tweet out the other day to say the heavyweights want to thank you for giving them the opportunities to.
Yeah, because would Martin have ever become a world champion in his life if I didn't beat Klitschko and they stripped me of the belt? I'd never beat Klitschko. Josh would have never beat Klitschko. None of these guys can beat Klitschko. Just been cannon foddered like they're over 26 of them.
If Joshua does become world champion though, with the IBF title, potentially you and him could be phenomenally huge somewhere.
Yeah, in England,
In
obviously.
England.
That would be a fight that I'd be licking my lips to. Like a lion looking at a gazelle with an injured foot. That's what it'd be like. That's all it is. You've got a novice, pumped up full of weights, who's hit a few people and knocked a few dummies over, and all of a sudden he's a killer. You don't get a killer reputation for knocking a few people down after a short career, 15 fights. You get a killer reputation for being an ultimate killer, like myself, slaying the giant, slaying the dragon that no one could slay. I feel like a bit like Shrek, you know, when he rescued Princess Fiona. No one else could do it, could they? But he did, and I did. So there we have it.
But is it about Joshua or is it about your old IBF title?
I don't really care for the title, to be honest. It's a load of shit, isn't it? I'm the #1 lineal in the division. I beat the man I know what he could beat. Titles are shit, aren't they? I've got 20 belts at home. What do they all do? They're all chucked on the floor, all in a heap, doing nothing. They're all a shite. What's a belt good for? Nothing. There's a belt there, look. There's a crocodile belt. Animal rights, crocodile belt. Someone, crocodile died for that cunt. And them shoes, look. There we are, there's another crocodile dead. Do that. Pipe smoking.
When I spoke to you on the phone about 3 weeks ago, you said that 3 fights will sort of finish your career, if you like. Klitschko, who did you say?
Klitschko, Wilder,
and
Joshua. Yeah, that would be an alright little fight, wouldn't it, for the victories and the wins and the money and all that stuff. But you know, something's just popped up now. The Olympics have just announced that they could send professionals to the Olympic Games.
Sure.
So the only thing I haven't won is Olympic gold medal, because everything else I've won, let's face it. There isn't nothing, belts, titles or anything in boxing I haven't won. The only thing I didn't win was the Olympic gold medal. So I'm just deciding on a country that I want to go for in the Olympic Games.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So hopefully that's what my next plan is.
Okay. Why do I think you're not being serious?
I'm being serious, all right. If I get that and I've topped everything, there's nothing left for me to do. Just retire. So let's hope I get that. Let all the other people and boys and girls scrap over for the table leftovers from a king.
Will Wilder beat Povetkin?
Should do, yeah, because Povetkin's a midget, isn't he? And he's can't take a punch anyway. Do you not see the fight with him and Klitschko? He went down about 99 times. Every time he touched him, he was on the deck. So, should be able to, shouldn't he? He's a foot bigger than him. Who else is fighting soon? I'll tell you an interesting fight. Rivers and the other tall man. It's on tonight, or tomorrow. Oscar Rivers and... guy got a draw with the little short guy who got a draw with Cunningham. Come on, you know your boxing history. I know him, but I can't think of his name. Bald-headed, big, tall, black fella.
Yeah,
about 6'6".
What bill's that on?
It's in America.
There's a couple of bills in America tonight.
Tomorrow, Sunday. Oscar Rivers and some other guy. Can't think of his name. I do know who he is. I know what he looks like, but I can't think of his name. So there we have it.
We're at Quigg versus Frampton here. By the time this goes out, the fight would have already been done and dusted. So, who are you picking for this fight anyway?
To be honest, I'm friendly with both guys, and to be honest, it doesn't really matter to me who wins. But I think, just on me being a boxing, know nothing about boxing, then I fancy Frampton to win. I've actually picked the treble tonight. I picked Burton, Lowe, Frampton all to win.
Okay. There's a UFC fight on tonight as well. There's a UFC fight on tonight as well.
Yeah.
Between Anderson Silva and Michael Bisping.
If Silva's got 2% left, he should be able to beat Bisping. Because Bisping's not worth a slap, is he? Can't even say his name right. So there we have it.
All right. Well, listen. Thank you very much for giving
And
us.
if I think of that fella's name later, I'll
Hey, feature!
I'll let you know.
Hey, feature, you fake.
Yeah. Come on then, let's have it.
Oh, fuck that, going this way.
Yeah, you better walk that way.
No, we're not recording.
He's recording, Lee. Oh dear. All right. Well, listen. Thank you very much for talking to our iPhone.
I can't think of that man's name. It's doing my
I
nothing.
can't think of who you mean, to be honest.
Oh, you're alright.
I think we're Tyson, alright, brother.
Just get him on there, Kugan. Get Lee on.
You fucker.
This is Lee Noble.
You fucking bite your nose off, you cunt.
He'll bite everyone's nose off. He's fought everybody, but he hasn't fought me.
Oh shit.
So, shall I bite his ear off now or next week?
Pass me the chip, pass me the ladders.
Yeah. See you in a bit, Lee. How you doing, mate? Anyway, you
Alright, mate, yeah, thank you. Yeah, man, sounds.
So prayer for you.
Yeah, pray every night, mate. Turn the fucking camera off.
Thanks, Lee. Good to see you.
See you in a bit,
Good to see
mate.
you. Alright, okay. So, seriously, you know nothing about your potential fight?
I don't know anything about that. I don't really care, to be honest. It is what it is. Look at the state of me. 20 odd stone, fat as the pig. But as we saw, bodies don't mean fuck all, because Klitschko was ripped and I wasn't, and I still was. Here, I'll show you the picture of the bodies. It's quite hilarious, actually. Get it off. It's porn anyway.
Oh, okay. Oh, God.
Hold on, hold on. Where is... Oh, here we are. Here's the hilarious photographs. Who's got the best body out, me and him?
Right there.
No one. And here's another one. As a state, so if bodies meant anything, that guy would win money.
Of course.
When was that, Tyson? That was that fight, was it?
That was the fight, yeah.
When he pulled out the first time?
Yeah. Hold on, I'm going to get you that thing. It's obviously, I can't think of his name. He can't be that important anyway.
Someone who's watching this video will know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's a good, interesting fight. Both unbeaten, 16-0, one's 18-0. Yeah, it's a good heavyweight fight, that. It's for no titles, it's just a crossroads fight for anyone.
What about Brown and Shagev?
That's happening, isn't it?
Next week.
For a version of the world title as well, isn't it?
WBA regular?
Yeah, that's happening. I think Lucas Brown's got a good chance. He's a younger man. I think he's younger, I don't know if he's younger. I don't know who's the oldest there, but he's fresher anyway, let's say that. And he's unbeaten, he's a knockout artist, so hopefully Big Lucas wins. Because I don't know much about, I know Shagev obviously, I've watched him box a long time, but he's been there, done it, he's too old, and I want to see a new face with a new title.
Does the WBA regular ever be forced to face you being the super champion of WBA?
What? Jared Washington.
Oh, Gerard Washington.
How did you not know that name?
Oh, I don't know. It didn't
Gerard
come to me.
Washington versus Oscar Rivers. That's going to be a good fight. And that's on tomorrow.
Okay, what bill is that on? Whose bill is that?
Is that the one what I sent you? The picture?
No. So that's that. Anything else?
No. Have you got anything else to say?
No. God bless everyone and amen.
All right. Thank you very much, Tyson.
I'm sorry, it's not your usual laddie-daddy interview to get you a million hits and about $5,000. But it is what it is.
That's all right. How did you do out of your fight anyway?
Hey?
How did you do out of your fight? All right.
I've not had my money yet, so I don't even know how much I've earned. So I'll tell you when I know.
All right. Fair enough.
Stop it here and you can stick it on your camera.